You might notice that I didn't log in just yet, and that's because I was told that there was going to be a spoiler if I logged in the Tempest before I had, like, really gotten to the end. So I want to see what that is. Like, I'm assuming it's probably the cityscape. That's the only thing that I'd probably... I mean, I hope it's not just, like, anything to do with, like, the final dungeon, because that'd be super weird, but... Yeah. Yeah, it was the cityscape. But yeah, that would have been a... Excuse me, what? Why is there a little fucking city in the Tempest? God, that would have been so bad if I came across that. I still had the BRB thing up, but yeah. It wasn't much to miss, to be honest. Right, so actually, before I talk about PoE, I want to talk very quickly about 14, the last stream I did. Like, I want to clarify something I said about Emmet. And, well, more broadly about the Ascians, I guess, but... Basically, when I was talking, like, I basically said something along the lines of, like, the Ascians are shit stewards of the star anyway. And someone in chat, like, brought up, well, what do you mean? They couldn't stop the... Like, they couldn't have seen the calamity coming. I was like... And in response to that, my response to that was a bit muddled, so I want to make it clear. Like, the reason I think they're bad stewards is because they don't actually give a shit about the star. They really seem to only give a shit about themselves. Like, it's obviously hard in a situation like this to really read into them that, like, deeply, because the very present thing is trying to get them all back. But, to resurrect their sacrificed brethren. But I would point to the fact that their plan was to literally sacrifice all the life that was, practically all the life that was on Hydaelyn to bring back the people of the Ascians. And I, like, just wholesale sacrificing the star you helped save to bring your people back. Like, you want to talk about people who are protecting the star, okay, and, like, obviously the Ascians mean in terms of threats, but, like, there's more than one way to do that. There's also more than one way to fuck the star over. And one, in my opinion, one of those would be deleting everyone on the planet to get your people back. Yeah, I don't think I expressed that really well at the time. Also, like, there's the whole conundrum about, like, okay, you guys sacrifice yourself on the chance that you, like, accepting there's a chance you may not come back, depending on what happens with the remaining people. But the people in the Ascian civilization sacrifice themselves mostly under the assumption, I presume, that they could be brought back, because the whole plan was sacrifice everyone to bring about Zodiark, sacrifice everyone to rebirth the star, and then use everything that had grown on the star to bring everyone back. Like, I think that's my understanding of it. So, at some point, the Ascians are back, life on the star is dead, but the star isn't dead. Like, there's still, like, plant life, there's just probably no sentient life other than them. Yeah, they, like, don't get me wrong, they saved the planet by doing that. Sacrificing literally everyone that lives on it to bring everyone back, though? That's not really a black and white thing, in my opinion. Like, it's not... Like, it's... You... Or at least, like, even if we admit that, like, the Ascians are well within their right to pursue bringing back their people because they sacrificed themselves for the star, I don't think the cost should be literally sentient life on the star. And admittedly, I'm assuming it's sentient, because if it killed all life, then it'd just be back to square one. So, yeah. Anyway. I don't think the Ascians would be good stewards, because I don't think they actually really give a shit about the star so much as they give a shit about their own people, which is obviously understandable given the circumstances, but for us who aren't, is a bit of a problem. Okay, so there are two main things I want to do during this stream, though. One of them is to obviously start the 5.1 MSQ, but I am going to be taking a detour as soon as I can, because I know that there is a particular dungeon that was not part of the MSQ that is available now that I've finished it. For 5.0, that is. So, I'm going to go see that when I can, but we're going to start back off in Revenant's Toll before we do that, to grab the start of 5.1. It's taking a long-ass time to load that. Well, I mean, to be fair, the game hasn't been on and loading stuff for like a whole, or has only been doing that for like a whole 3 minutes or something like that. I assume a lot of shit would kind of be loaded in the background on login, so hasn't exactly had a lot of time to prepare all that. Oh yeah, and then I still need to get flying in Lakeland, because that's embarrassing that I haven't got that yet. Detour seems eager to make up for lost time. Aldine, God, it's good to see you. I hope your being here means you've had your fill of rest. More than my fill, not so much as 40 wins. More than my fill. It's been a few days. Well, you've certainly earned it. Not much has happened since your last visit. I had a plan for you to meet that helper I told you about, but he refuses to answer his link pearl. I do hope he's alright. We've been expecting messages from the Aeolsian Alliance throughout, we've been exchanging messages with the Aeolsian Alliance throughout, though. They say fighting has finally stopped at the Gimlet Dark, and that the Empire has shown no sign of movement. Which means we might actually have a moment to ourselves for a change. Seeing as you're back, maybe you could tell me more about your time in the First? Oh god, where do we begin? Great. Oh, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask, Philomen, to join us. She'll want to know what happened to Minfilia, and I think it's best she hears it from you. Ooh, yeah, that's fair. We'll meet you on the terrace of the House of Splendors. Also, Pallies, let me know when you're actually back, because I might do that, like, a quick aside for PoE, but I don't really want to say it, like... Listen, like, that discussion is for, like, you, me, and, like, maybe 2 other people who watch this stream. Few of them, though, there are. So I don't want to, like, randomly stop the story to be like, ah, yes, let's talk about PoE balance. Aldine, it has been too long. Detour did mention that I would be joining you, did she not? Yeah, she did. Oh, thank you. Words cannot well express how I have longed to know more of the First. This world Minfilia has sacrificed so much to save. But come, rest your feet. Detour should be arriving shortly. I wonder if this is going to touch upon the fact that Minfilia keeps coming back. Oh, shit. Okay, shit. I just realized I hadn't turned the sound back up from, when I was playing it off-stream. So, it's going to be a little quiet, and unfortunately, because I retuned everything up, there's no room on OBS to make this louder. Oops. And so Menphilia chose to pass on her gifts to the next oracle? This girl who Thancred named Reen? To have such a burden thrust upon her as a child, only to embrace it when given the choice. It's Menphilia through and through. In that respect, they are quite alike. It would seem her legacy is indeed in capable hands. Aldine, might I ask a favour of you when next you return to the First? To tell Reen what I cannot? Tell her thank you. And I would offer thanks to you as well, for staying with her to the end. Begging your pardon, but could I have a word? Oh, Riol. Long time no see. Riol, I hope you're here to tell me you've received word from our helper. I wish. Nay, I've not had a peep out of him. It's been a good long while now. Too bloody long. On account of which, I'm going to sneak over the border and see if I can't get a signal to him from closer up. But what if they catch you? There must be another way. Okay, who are we talking about now? Over the border? Like, are we talking Estinian? Gaius? Well, it ain't as if we can ask Thancred to do it. Besides, I shouldn't have no trouble picking me way through Gimlet now the fighting's died down. Gods know there's enough shadows to hide in. And it beats waiting around here twiddling me thumbs. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you know. Now, I'd best be... Ah, I nearly forgot. Kryl's at the Stones, and she wants a word. Something to do with the patients. She was getting ready to examine them again when I left. We'd best head back then. I'm sure it's important. Oh dear. You needn't worry about me. Go and see what Kryl has to say. Because I think those are the only two people that are... Well, to be fair, I don't know what happened to Sid. Because I know in the lead up to Shadowbringers, Sid was dealing with the Omega weapon. And we haven't heard about him since the start of Shadowbringers. But presumably that's the point at which the storyline revolving around that actually stops. So there we go. I restored the sound. Shaken resolve. Seems she's still examining them. Oh, I do hope it's nothing bad.
You're here. Good.
So, how are they?
Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health.
Okay, good.
For the present, at least.
For the present? Oh no, is something wrong with them?
I'm afraid there may be.
Uh-oh.
I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed. Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
Which is the order in which they were summoned.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Thank you, Tataru.
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time.
Great, now we have a ticking clock.
Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
I cannot say for certain. This is all unknown territory to us. Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good. Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured, Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening. Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies. Thank you.
But where's he even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct?
Yeah.
Raha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along.
Alright, I'm back. Just had a 20-minute game to get to 2100. Oh, congrats. Wait, did you win? If so, congrats.
His plan might well have worked,
nice.
but I, for one, am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through. Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer. There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch.
Yeah, probably.
Pray return to the First and apprise him and the others of the situation. We, meanwhile, will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
Alrighty then. Back we go. Right. So, Trickster. So, like, the biggest hits were mostly defensive, from what I understand. Just, like, raw losing dodge chance, from... Dodge chance and attack speed from, what do you call it? Yeah, exactly. Like, the passive dodge you get from either just having energy shield or ghost shards. I can't remember which. Ghost shroud, yeah. Like, on the damage front, you lost, like, 50% increased dot damage, which, in the grand scheme of things, is not a lot, because it's just increase. Like, you've already got so many sources of that for a dot build that... Who gives a shit? You did lose a little bit out on Poison too, but you were probably going Assassin if you're going Poison and not Trickster, so, like, all in all, it didn't... It received defensive nerfs, which obviously sucks, but if you're not going huge in dodge, you probably won't feel it as much. Because there were obviously, like, a lot of Trickster builds that were relying on things like Wind Dance and that to get, like, stupid levels of evasion. And in a sense, it probably needed the nerf a little bit, because Trickster was just too go-to for dot build with defense. Yeah, so it hasn't really changed that much in the grand scheme of things. Occultist, though, I think... Well, ED Occultist is now more viable because you don't have to take Profane Bloom, which is nice. And I don't know how it shakes out number-wise, but I think 15% more chaos damage is better than 20% chaos dot. Like, I think more is multiplicative with dot, so that moving over to there isn't bad, and in fact makes, like, dot multi more valuable. Shock horror, I might not be playing Trickster ED, this league, though. After so I watched a video by Taki, and he pointed something out that I was like, oh, fuck, that's actually a really good point. And it's if you're playing Essence Drain Contagion in, the 10 boss thing for Echoes of the Atlas, and there are no mobs, like, good fucking luck. Like, if you're playing Blight ED Contagion, now, to be fair, I'm not changing that much. I'm playing Occultist ED Bane with Contagion as well, because of course. Like, it's basically the same tree, but Occultist and Bane instead of Blight, because I get Wither passively. But that's the plan now, because it makes more sense. Ooh. No, it probably costs more for me to do that and then that. So yeah, like, for the first league in, like, 6 or 7 leagues, I might be, probably more like 5 or 6. I'll be playing, I will be playing something that's not Trickster ED, but basically the exact same thing. One thing I do want to try, though, is try and do a Chaos Ignite, because that Black Flame, yeah, exactly. But one thing I do want to try out is, the Black Flame unique as an Occultist and try and do a Chaos Ignite. Because I think, like, the Wither damage, especially with it being permanent as long as you have an Ignite up, might actually be really good as a bosser. Or at least, like, better than I get ED to do, and would do in that situation, so... I don't know. I've got ideas, but... yeah. So yeah, this is the detour I want to do, because this has a dungeon that I really want to do before we move on. Bethano, the Crystarium Guard, has a look of grim determination in her eyes. Excuse me, a word if you would be so kind. Sure. We, the Crystarium Guard, have a request to make of you. Our researchers are planning to enter the Crystal Tower to learn more of its history. However, there is a problem. Now, what I am about to reveal is strictly confidential. Were word to get out, panic would spread throughout the citizenry. Our scouts have reported that ferocious beasts and bizarre machines roam the hallways. Until we can eliminate these threats, none may enter. Strange ethereal readings have also been detected, and we suspect that the phenomena are linked. The Exarch has ordered us to seek your aid in making the tower safe for our researchers to go about their work. He mentioned that you are better equipped than most to face the dangers that lurk in the tower, though he elected not to go into detail. Is this true? Yeah, I've experience that may prove valuable, and your prior experience may prove bad. Okay, I've got to stop reading ahead in the script, so I stop cutting off the stepping on the game's toes. Come, let us proceed to the entrance. That's really fucking funny. I don't know how I managed to keep doing that. But yeah, this might be a good time to talk about streams for the future, because I'm changing what I'm doing slightly. I'm not going to stream tomorrow. I think I would probably just prefer the break, especially because I go to bed super early to wake up super early in the morning the next day to play PoE. So yeah, and then obviously on Saturday, so I think 36 hours from now? Well, actually it's more like 34, but I'll be playing a shitload of PoE. I know the crossover between 14 fans and PoE fans are probably very few, but I imagine anyone who's... the Crystarium's music always have these vocals? Or did I just never realize that they were Tomorrow and Tomorrow's lyrics? Huh. Weird. I take it your preparations are complete? Listen carefully. You are to lead a party of elite troops into the tower and respond to any hostility with lethal force. Once the way is clear, the researchers can begin their exploration. Or expedition, rather. Our main objective is to identify the source of the ethereal disturbance. The tower cannot be considered safe until we do. Should you encounter any opposition beyond your capabilities, you are to withdraw immediately. I wish you the best of luck. Nice. Now the question is, do I have... I do not get the option of using the trust system. Is that right? Can I not do that for non-MSQ dungeons? Or am I missing something? I didn't think that'd be a thing. I thought I'd be able to jump straight into it, but... Hang on. The trust system is a feature introduced in Shadowbringers. The system allows you to bring... Yep. The system allows you to challenge dungeons from main scenario quests with a party filled of NPCs. Okay, so this isn't part of the MSQ, so you can't do it. That kind of sucks, but I get it. Yeah, like I suppose to some degree this is a system to make sure that people are able to get through the main story quest rather than be able to solo non-queue all dungeons. That's actually a better setup than I thought, because I thought if it was all dungeons it'd be a bit like I could just sit around with no one and do that, but no, that makes sense. Alright, what's the chance of what's the chance of just getting the Q pop in the middle of this? Ah, Aldine, you're returned. I hope your time in the source was suitably restful. But of course it wasn't. Go on. The corporeal ether shows signs of instability. By the gods. The possibility never even occurred to me. If you've returned in the hope that my research has yielded a solution, I fear you will be sorely disappointed. 'Tis but a mercy we have the likes of Mistress Kryl and Master Matoya to keep our friends' bodies safe while we wrestle with the problem. But they cannot forestall the separation of body and soul indefinitely. Come, the others must be told. There's only 3 of you? Oh, maybe they're still coming. Man, this game is taking its sweet time with, like, the way scenes are paced.
Pray excuse my late arrival.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
Nay, milady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed.
I like how his name hasn't actually changed
I
yet.
think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryle's findings.
I suppose that's like a slight kind of spoiler protector in terms of like, oh, this NPC is now named a different thing, but... Oh, and I suppose to the citizenry and everyone, he's still known as the Exarch, so... No, that's probably appropriate for the time being.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Yet our souls seem unaffected. To my eye, at least. How long they will remain so is another question. Kryle is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration.
Okay. You know I like
Ere I
magical
begin,
science.
It must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the First. To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed.
Okay, so already we have, like, the framework through which this can be fucked up. Because if you cut a hole that's not sufficient enough for a person's entire being, then you take what you can, presumably. Which would explain how they got separated, like, more or less, like... when you, like, okay... Like, if you use a straw to drink a soft drink or something like that, and there's ice in it, some of the ice is not going to get through, but liquid is still going to come through. And indeed, you might actually absorb liquid off the ice, even, to, like, go up the straw. Similar principle, like, you don't cut reality in the way you need it to, and then only someone's soul goes through instead of their body as well.
Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target.
Oh, never mind.
Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state.
Right, so you cut a hole in reality for me and took them. I suppose that could explain it?
I would not soon throw my life away. Not after the lengths you and yours went to save it. And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home. But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
Oh! What was that for?
As if we're gonna fucking do that.
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless he says so.
Okay, that's a bit much, but...
Your followers await your divine judgment.
What did you just...
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion? Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success. I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of his body and soul, but his personal effects besides.
Right, and you guys didn't. Although...
This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us his possessions, he could carry our souls back to the source upon his person?
Okay.
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change. But vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on.
Yes.
So much as a moment of doubt on his part, and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend. Yet, were we to immure our souls within an object in his possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured.
That's true, you are just wandering souls, but that means that we couldn't use something like white auracite.
White auracite would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease.
Wait, didn't we establish, like, way earlier on that it couldn't hold ether for a very long time? Although I guess if we are, like, just teleporting, it's not really clear how much time passes, especially the way that time fucking works in between. Well, actually, no, hang on. Even if we assume that it takes, like, a nanosecond to go from the first to the source, isn't the fact that time is fucking weird between between the realms, like, enough to be like, that might just fuck up in the exact same way? But then again, if it lasted long enough for their souls to be back within the source and not necessarily with me, that could also give Kryl enough leeway to find them again, in the same way we found Thancred? But no, she was tracing a trail, and the trail would probably go to the first and back, so she wouldn't actually be able to follow it.
We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back onto our vacant bodies.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us.
Really?
On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves. It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after. Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrand is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Fae folk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience.
I suppose that makes sense.
They may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
True. I mean, we don't really have many other options at this point. Oh. Jeez, I thought we were going to get another cutscene. Meanwhile... No. Grand adventure. Crystal Exarch would waste no time in seeking help for your stranded comrades. The Grand Cosmos, that is, the palace we seek, stands on the opposite shore of the source. I will arrange for a boat to carry us there. Whilst thou journeyest thither, I think it best that I devote mine energies to the creation of white auracite, by thy leave, of course. The process requireth no small amount of time, and should the Numo consent to lend us their aid, we will have need of a suitable vessel ere long. Like, I don't know if the reason that white auracite was stated to have, like, such a, hold aether for such a momentary amount of time is because of its capacity and the ether we were trying to put into it. or that that's just how it works. Like, it's a conductor, but it can't, like, retain anything. And I guess that... Like, even though I've been through ARR, like, 3 times now, I can't recall if that was ever explained. And I don't want to call, like, a plot hole with this, because White Auracite can hold Aether and Souls. Like, that's something we know about, but one of the explicit plot problems we ran into was, trying to contain all of that. Hey Charles, how's it going? Is this after Shadowbringers? This is after the 5.0 MSQ, so... Technically after? Yeah, I guess. I'm into the patches now, so... Agreed. Then I would ask the rest of you to meet me in Sullen. And do be prepared for a warm reception. Is that a joke? Did you beat main story? Yeah. Hang on, I can show you in the journal. There you go. It's done. Although, I don't seem to be able to see... Oh, okay, post-Shadowbringers main scenario quests. Right. Yeah, and this would start the ones I'm doing right now. So yeah. Okay, I'm back in the dark. I know nothing about this. Awesome. So, I guess to catch you up just then, well, I mean, you're going to be watching this, so probably good to have context. Kryle noticed that there was some... Never mind that. We've got a dungeon to do. I've been waiting so long to do this fucking dungeon. Oh god, why am I the party leader? I will tell you in a sec. Actually, random question, Charles, then. Have you completed the, Crystal Tower raid? God, I've forgotten how to fucking play. Oh. What the fuck? Oh no. No. Okay. It's a character in that. Like, I don't know if you really care about spoilers or not, but... Glad I didn't bust out everything just yet. I do not care about spoilers, spoiler away. Okay, there's a Mikute called Grahatia who helps us in Crystal Tower. The Crystal Exarch is him. He ends up getting sealed in the Crystal Tower in the raid, as you will see. Oh my god, why did my... Oh, I didn't have a thing, that's why. God. Ow. Oh shit. Oh, shit. What are you doing? Jeez. What? Oh my god. No, fucking. Ooh, I think I'm gonna miss that last, yeah. Fuck. Oh no, I got it. Ooh, dear. I am watching someone far better at Summoner than me playing this at the moment, and I'm kind of like almost really confused as to how they're getting they're or cycling a little bit more quickly through theirs, but I figure that's probably just me fucking up. Now are you gonna... Yep. Oh dear. What? Oh my god, that was the wrong... Whatever. Alright. What be at the bottom? Oh, okay. The Tycoon. What do I know this music from? Is this from the Ultimate of Alexandria? Or the, fuck, I forget the name of that thing. It's Alexander. Okay, yeah, that's where I've heard it from. Because I've seen, like, I saw someone out of context prog a little bit of it, so... Also, hey, wrong way, how's it going? Oh, hey, Val, how's it going? Sorry, friends, I got distracted by the cool music. I am not going to understand what's going on in this one, I feel. That was the wrong thing. I didn't see that. Boss is too fucking big. Oh no. Oh, that was a bit early, shit. Oh, the other summoner died, shit. Whew. always started this dungeon getting purely for the music. Yeah, that's... That's, like, why I've wanted to do this dungeon for so fucking long. Because, like, I heard the one meme of the song, of the music from this dungeon went, well, I mean, I'm not missing out on this one now. Oh. Fucking hate that. Goddamn cluttering up my fucking inventory. Did you read the things on the floor along the way? No, I realized there was one, I think, in the previous area, and I went, maybe I should just do this dungeon again and read those another time. I mean, I'd do this dungeon again. That was neat. Also, clearly kind of important if I ever do the Alexander stuff. Just the music there, and also I think the structure of that boss looked a lot like Alexander, if I remember. If not, you can return. Oh, well, too late. Excellent work. Not only did you reveal the cause of the ethereal fluctuations, you were able to remove the threat entirely. Thanks to you, the researchers have already completed their preliminary observations. Their findings were somewhat surprising. Also, I want to note that one of those images that was projected on the walls, I think was Biggs. But, like, clearly it was referencing, like, a lot of the stuff that you see in the Crystal Tower raid. And, I mean, there's a goddamn Ironworks image on the back of the room, so, like... Guess who was down there? The Crystal Tower appears not to have been created by the Ronkins or any other known civilization. Its origins are veiled in mystery, much like the Exarch and yourself. Forgive me, it is not the time for idle speculation. We have, however, recovered an artifact. Though its purpose is unclear, it may even be purely decorative. Really? Have you ever encountered anything like this? Oh, do I already know the code for it? Ah, fuck. I should know what that is. Fuck, I don't actually know. Like, this looks like Sid. This make looks very much like the, refrigeration device he tries to gift, people on the White Front in Ishgard. I don't know if this specific thing is supposed to remind me of something, but this is my last recording. With the tower activated and the temporal displacement apparatus online, all that remains is to throw the switch and pray. I'm sorry. I truly am. I wish there was another way. But you are our best chance of success. Our only hope. Your gift will allow you... Oh God, that music. Your gift will allow you to become one with the tower and survive the journey through time and space. Where our technology is advanced as that of the Allegons, perhaps we could have gone with you. Alas, it was not to be. But when you are finally reunited, all of the hardship, all of the sacrifice will have been worth it, I'm sure. Just promise me you'll spare a thought for those you leave behind, and we'll be thinking of you too, for as long as this world lasts, though I fear it will not be for much longer. This is Biggs, third of his name, 18th President of Garland Ironworks, signing off. May the 12 be at your side, Grahatia. A person's voice coming from a machine? To be honest, I cannot make head nor tail of it. Do you have any idea what that was about? Fuck! No! I wanted to say shit! Oh, God damn it! Oh, God! Oh, misclick. Damn it. Considering your connection to the Exarch, I am not entirely surprised. Though one thing was clear, even to me. The people who left the message were facing a great catastrophe. They placed their faith in the Crystal Tower, in much the same way we have done ever since the Flood of Light. Our prayers for salvation were answered when you and the Exarch returned the night to us and freed us from the terror of the Sin Eaters. I sensed that this was all made possible by those from a time long forgotten. We should do our utmost to learn more of them. Perhaps the researchers will uncover more of these messages. In any case, you have performed admirably in service of the Crystarium. We may have need of your strength and guidance in. We may have need of your strength and guidance in days to come. Until then, fare you well. Alrighty. Anyway, where were we? Lakeland. Ah, awesome. This is a good excuse to finally get flying. Ugh. That actually worked out really well. I don't know if I'll queue up for that dungeon again. Maybe I'll do it towards the end of this stream, I don't know. Although then again, I guess there's only like probably going to be another hour and a half of this, so maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Actually, no, because I want to get through story. I don't really have many hours to kind of fluff around with now that I'm back at work. I might do some 14 on the weekend. I haven't really decided whether I'm going to stream on Saturday night. Because I will have streamed, like, a good 10 hours of PoE, so it's probably not going to happen. But maybe I'll do something Sunday during the day, I don't know. Yeah, my thanks for this, of course, but also for the battle. I remember you well. Though we lost many, it would have been many more without your aid. Damn it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Goddamn mounts making me misunderstand my own jump physics. Wicked White, you're him. You were there, in the middle of it all, strong as 100 men. A bulwark against a tide of eaters that threatened to overwhelm us. And now you've brought me a sandwich? Yeah, well... do what jobs I can. Actually, what does this say? Food lovingly prepared by Heggy. Ah, food. Thank you. And may I just say, it's a true honor to have you here. Your bravery on the field will not soon be forgotten. You're probably up, aren't you? Oh no, you're over here. Chathwick's mother made this? That's the best news I've had in days. Her cooking is excellent. I was sorry that we couldn't save their home, but at least the whole family made it out alive. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I am gonna sign up for that. Again. Jesus Christ. I didn't think I'd get back in immediately. Alright, we can skip now, because we've seen it all, so... And I'll probably go through the whole dungeon and then just, let's do it again, because... Or, sorry, return, because then... Because I don't really want to hold up the group or anything like that. God, this song is so fucking good. If anyone knows, how many logs are in this place? Just so I make sure I don't miss any. Oh, right. Gonna go? Yeah, you are. Damn it. Fuck. I just fucked that up so badly. Fuck is this white mage doing? Bruh. Well, I mean, fair enough, but they just weren't fucking healing. Oh, god damn it. Or going for 100% passes. Fucking... Oh my god, there are these people in 14 as well, aren't there? Do not want. It's a fucking dungeon, motherfucker. No one gives a shit about your dungeon passes. Fine, I'll heal myself. There goes the red mage. Oh, maybe the red mage was like being a dummy and... I will admit, I was not fucking watching what was... Oh, they just rezzed. Okay, sure. Maybe that's what was going on. Someone else is taking a lot of damage. That would make sense. Yeah, but DPS rankings are odd in 14 due to group comp causing a huge variance in DPS. Ooh. Fuck it. Is that coming up in an event? No, it's not. Okay. Oh, no, it is. Okay, good. I can just read that later then. i.e. having a dancer or dance partner means you get 5% more damage for free. Okay, but then, like, why try hard, like, every single time, though, then? Like, this clearly isn't the group to be doing that shit, right? Because we don't have a support class like that. Don't know, people are weird. Nah, fair enough. The damage doesn't get counted for the dance partner, though. It gets counted for the dancer. Okay, sure. Oh, picked a good spot. Wow, that's the third time that ring is dropped? True, forgot about the DPS counts. I'm having a hard time telling why we're like burning down ads or mobs a lot quicker in this group than the other group. Is it the white mage spamming holy and a red mage actually being decent AoE, or? Yeah, okay. So are we going big again? Yep. Yeah, already did a thing for that. My major enemy will probably be rivaling us. Oh. That seems backwards, but sure. Oh, I guess maybe on a spammed pack like this, whereas I'm kind of very reliant on damage in my CDs, that probably makes sense actually. Holy spam on top of doing damage stuns mobs for about 12 seconds, so in addition to doing damage, they have more time to... Fuck, I just walked into a thing. They have more time for damage because less healing required. Right. Right, so basically the healer contributing more to damage is... yeah. And that was Biggs. I was right. I may as well rename this stream to the twinning, the way this is going. Oh my god, I just completely fucked that up. Like, it's probably not super important for me to know how to do, but, like, fuck, I did that the wrong way as well. Knowing how to start Phoenix would probably be helpful. Because I always fuck it up. I always forget about these two. Oh dear. Openness can be a pain to learn. I've seen. Like, I can fit it in, I just need to really pay attention and not, like, half-ass it like I do with all the others. Because I can get by with basically whatever in any other situation, but that's not what I wanted to cast, but okay. I think it's also unlearning the stuff that I picked up when I wasn't summoning Demi Phoenix as well. shit. That was too early. Idiot. Oh, whatever. He's dead. Okay, I'm like 100% sure I didn't get all of the notes, but that's fine. I can go back and get them. I hate it. Alright, let's comb through this place and get all the notes. Openers can be a pain, yep. Dragoon opener is like 40 seconds. What the fuck? For real? Uh-oh. Oh god, what's going on? Come on. Come back to me. Hold up. Really? We're doing this again? Hold on.